Hello and welcome to VOA's Red Carpet. My name is Jackson Vunganyi. On this episode of Red Carpet, we have The Richest People in Africa, a South African filmmaker's Oscar-shortlisted film, and Nigerian model Teddy Temz speaks to us about his career. Let's get on with the show. And let's start with some trending news. Even with the COVID-19 pandemic shutting down most business worldwide, Africa's billionaires have seen their net worth increase. Let's take a look at the top 5 richest people on the continent.
That's the sound of money.
Aliko Dangote of Nigeria is the continent's richest person for the 11th consecutive year, worth an estimated $13.9 billion, up from $12.1 billion last year. His net worth rose following a rise in the stock prices of his Dangote cement company. South Africa's Johan Rupert is ranked number 2 with a net worth of $11 billion, up from $7.2 billion last year. His company, Compagnie Financière Richemont, makes Cartier watches and Montblanc pens.
That's the sound of money.
Fellow South African Nicky Oppenheimer ranks number 3, worth an estimated $8.7 billion. He was president of diamond mining company De Beers before selling the company to mining firm Anglo-American a decade ago.
That's the sound of money.
The 4th richest person on the list is Egyptian Nassef Sawiris. He runs OCI, one of the world's largest nitrogen fertilizer producers with plants in Texas and Iowa in America. He's worth an estimated $8.2 billion.
That's the sound of money.
Nigerian cement tycoon Abdul Samad Rabuyi sits at number 5 on the list with a net worth of $7 billion after taking another company public. In early January 2022, he placed BUA Foods on the Nigerian Stock Exchange. South African filmmaker Phumi Morare's short film Lakushon Ilanga, When the Sun Set, focuses on a woman who desperately tries to save her brother from a horrific fate. We spoke to the director about the film, which touches on South Africa's violence against freedom fighters during apartheid. Check it out.
The film about a young black nurse in 1985 apartheid South Africa who must face her worst fears when she learns that her activist younger brother may be in danger when he doesn't return after school, was written by South African filmmaker Phumi Morare. Phumi told Red Carpet that the film is inspired by a true story about her family.
The story is inspired by my mom and her brother, actually. This is something that happened to them in the 80s in South Africa, when my mom saw her baby brother getting abducted by apartheid police. And she basically, in that moment, she saw that happening. She thought, if he stays with them, he may never come back and I may never see him again, because that's something that would happen. And so she fought to save him and get him released from the police. And it's a story that has really fascinated me, and I only found out about it about 7 years ago. And it fascinated me because, firstly, my mom is a very gentle person, you know, and to think of her suddenly having to confront these very aggressive apartheid police was really mind-blowing to me. And so it was really interesting to think about, you know, what is that thing that was within her that unleashed that like inner power, you know, that desire to protect her family and her brother. And so I was really curious to explore that. And also at the time that I was writing about it, I was also kind of going through my own experiences of trying to find my voice. So I resonated with the character.
Phumi uses her work as a filmmaker to tell intimate stories of ordinary heroes and women, such as her mother, to redeem Black and female identity. She describes how making this film allowed her to understand more about her family.
I was able to kind of get to know my family history a bit more. So, for example, when I was asking my mom more questions about it and what happened, she took me on this little excursion one day to the events that the location where these events happen. And she was like, this is where that happened, and this is where the police van came. And so I felt like through that I was connecting with her on sort of a deeper level about, where she comes from and her history.
The topical short film won a gold medal at the 2021 Student Academy Awards. It also won the 2021 HBO Short Film Competition at the 2021 American Black Film Festival, and is a 2021 Student BAFTA Award nominee. When the Sun Sets has been shortlisted for a 2022 Academy Award in the live action short film category.
Every year during the Sundance Film Festival, the New Frontier exhibition introduces technologies in storytelling. This is the second year the festival and the exhibit have gone digital due to COVID-19. VOA's Penelope Polu spoke with curator Shari Frilo on New Frontier's visual platforms for art, film, and performance.
Welcome to the spaceship. This virtual venue, overlooking planet Earth and the International Space Station, allows festival-goers' digital avatars to attend performances, watch movies, participate in presentations, and mingle all that remotely through a computer or a virtual reality headset. Shari Frilo, curator of the New Frontier exhibition, says the mission this year was to bring the Sundance community together in the metaverse, a computer-generated environment where users can interact.
You go to Space Garden, which is where you find the portal to the cinema house. You are inside of an art house theater, fashioned like the Egyptian.
The Egyptian is the festival's iconic movie theater on Park City, Utah's Main Street. Its digital equivalent can hold 100 digital avatars.
And you're sitting and you're with people and you can talk, and the presentation will start. Mostly we're in there with artists. Maybe it's the day that cosmogony is happening.
Once a performance or a film ends, visitors can head to the gallery where they can view exhibits. Some can be experienced best with virtual reality headsets. One of these projects is called Gondwana.
It is a 24-hour simulation of the rainforest Daintree in Australia. And it's powered by dynamic climate change data. And the longer you're in there, every 12 minutes is like a year, you start to see the rainforests change. And depending on how many people are in there, will determine how it changes. And you can go in and out of it throughout the day, the 24-hour cycle, and see it and witness it where it started and where it might end.
At the Spaceship's film party, visitors and artists meet, exchange ideas, and talk about films and projects. This digital platform allows people to not only watch, but also interact, Frilo says, an activity made less frequent due to the pandemic and video streaming.
It is important to have, our technology support what is human and how we relate to one another and how we can transcend physical boundaries to have access to what makes us people and what makes us thrive in that collective spirit.
Frilo says nothing can replace shared experiencing of art in a physical space.
What if everybody in the audience jumps up and press your space bar to say hi?
But she says these new technologies can serve culture by making storytelling accessible and connecting people around the world. Penelope Pulu, VOA News, Washington.
Lebanese fashion designer Elie Saab returned to the Paris catwalk after nearly 2 years, turning the page on a troubled period marked by the Beirut port blast and COVID-19 with a collection of vibrant, red carpet-ready looks. Reuters has the story. These are the looks from the latest collection of Lebanese fashion designer Elie Saab, drawing on the influence of the Mediterranean region's colors and civilizations. The designer worked bright hues into his collection, Models wound around the room in tulle ball gowns and capes covered in bright bougainvillea flowers, which contrasted in texture and color with shimmery blue-tone dresses covered in embroidery. And in more fashion news, Nigerian model Teddy Temz is a rising talent who is making waves in the fashion and modeling industries. Teddy spoke with Red Carpet about his career and invited us behind the scenes on one of his photo shoots. Let's take a look.
Nigerian model Teddy Temz is one of many Africans who are making a name for themselves in the global fashion industry. By combining his love of the arts and his interest in visual expression, Teddy has turned modeling into a successful career, which also includes music and acting. Modeling wasn't always the plan for the Lagos native, but a chance encounter in New York led to him becoming one.
I would say my modeling career really happened organically. It wasn't something that was planned. You know what I mean? I was on a train station in New York, and I was on the subway. What station was it again? I can't remember. But yeah. So and this guy just walked up to me and just, asked me for my Instagram. Like he wants to connect with me. I'll be a good model, and he followed me on Instagram. I didn't bother to hit him back up, like whatnot, but he wants me to hit him back up. And so we should have a schedule and have a meeting on how we can meet, how we can move forward. But it took me about like 2 to 3 or 4 months to reach out to this guy because I was not interested in modeling at the time. But then again, things just keep happening. If I go to the store, I want to get some stuff. People are asking me if I was a model, if I was on a train, or, I'm meeting new friends. They just assume I'm a model. So it just dawned on me, and I'm like, okay, I think this is a calling or something.
Teddy has been a model for major brands such as Tommy Hilfiger, Reebok, H&M, and Champion. Despite his success, he says that he wants to achieve more and is planning to become a film actor one day.
Give it good love and give it your evil love.
So I've worked with a lot of brands. Now, if you go to my Instagram page, which is my name, Teddy Temz, you will see some, some brands I've worked with, and I'm still working a lot more. Right now, I'm looking for more skills. I'm looking for more knowledge in this game, in this industry. So, and I'm learning every day, so which is amazing. So, outside that, also, I'm looking to transition from modeling into acting in the future. So, I'm working on that as well.
Shawty independent, Shawty is a boss. Shawty got her own, yeah, I suppose. Shawty be the meanest, by herself from home. Shawty be the meanest, by herself from home. Shawty no queenie, Shawty is a Caesar. Shawty be the one way to give me that ginger. Shawty is a high la sativa. Shawty is a high la sativa. Shawty is the one, bounce along, groove to the sound. Bounce along, blood on the dance floor, bounce along.
And with that, we come to the end of our show today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. My name is Jackson Vunganyi. For more entertainment news, remember to check us out at voanews.com. We are also on all social media platforms. We are on Facebook, on Instagram, and on YouTube, where you can watch our videos. Remember to like and subscribe. Until next time, I'll catch you right here. Goodbye, everyone.